Hi guys, how are you? How are you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back with another video, and today I really want to share with you guys something. I want to share because as you all know, some of you know I was a Muslim and I converted to Christianity. Yeah, so my name is Shakira. I will not change the name. One reason I'm not changing the name is because it's part of my testimony. When someone hears Shakira, they feel like that's a Muslim. I'm not. I converted and God chose me. I really thank God for that. I'm grateful, forever grateful. Yes, so today I want to share with you guys how my dad reacted the first time he got to know that I'm no longer a Muslim. Like, I wasn't a Muslim like that. Okay, I wasn't a devoted Muslim. I always wanted to be a Christian since I was young. Like I've always loved Jesus as a person. So, oh, God chose me, like, way before I even understood what's up. So I remember actually it was last year, right? It was last year when I told my dad that I am no longer Muslim. I remember I called him. Okay, he called me because I remember it was the season of Ramadan. Yeah. So my dad was like, he used to be calling me, asking me whether I fasted and all those things. Yeah. So I could always lie to him because I converted in, okay, I did the real converting in 2000. Holy Spirit, when was that? Yeah, thank you. 2009. Yeah, that's when I went to church and I'm like, I surrender my life to God and all that. And, I say the words, I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior. But before all that, I had the love for Jesus since I was a young kid, even when I was still in my father's house, in my daddy's house, like in my biological daddy's house, my Muslim dad house. Yeah, so I remember, man, like all that while, like since 2009, my dad could call me and he could think that I'm still Muslim, yeah. So he could be telling me, he asked me, have you prayed and all that? Have you fasted and all those things? So I'm like, yeah, I've done that. But yes, I was fasting as a Christian. I was praying as a Christian. But I could tell him because I was kind of, I didn't want to make him kind of feel bad by then. So I used to tell him that, no, like I could be like, yes, yes, I've fasted, I've prayed. And for him, he thought that I was a Muslim, yeah. So as time passed, I'm like, I'm so tired of, lying. I'm so tired of, hiding my faith. I'm so tired of, it's like I'm not confident about my Jesus. I felt it wasn't sitting right with me. So I was like, I will tell him one day, but I didn't know when. So last year, I think, I really don't know when exactly, but last year, yeah, my dad called me. It was the season for Ramadan. Ramadan, no, Lord help me, help my tongue. Okay, it was the season for Ramadan for Muslims. They were fasting and all that. So my dad called me and he's like, "Hi, how are you?" And he's like, before he could speak to me, he could be like, "Hello, assalamu alaikum." That's what they say. Greetings, yeah. So I'm like, I could be like, walaikum salam. I'm like, I'm feeling so sad that I'm saying that. Like, I feel like I was, how do I say it, Lord? Um, I felt like I was, what's the word, Lord, please? You know, this kind of, you're hiding your God, you're not proud of him. I felt so sad every time. So I was like, yeah, this day I wasn't even prepared. It was impromptu because I didn't even be like, I wasn't like, yeah, let me tell him today. No. He just called me and he's like, hi, salam alaikum. And I'm like, hi dad, how are you? I didn't say that. So he's like, have you fasted? Muslim things. I'm like, no. Okay, the truth was that I was into fasting, yeah. I was fasting as a Christian. Yeah? So he was like, and I'm like, Dad, I'm no longer Muslim. Like, I'm not a Muslim anymore. And he's like, why? What's up? What? And I'm like, mm-mm. I just surrendered my life to Jesus. Yeah, now I'm a Jesus girl and all that. Yeah. My dad was pissed. Yeah, he was like, whoa. He was like, why have you done this? Why could you do that to me? Like, why? Is it because you didn't grow up with us? Is like, for him, he thought that it was maybe that the situations I passed through as a child or stuff like that. Oh Lord, I want to cough. Oh, excuse me, I need to cough. Yeah, so my dad was like, why would you change? What made you change and all that? For him, he thought maybe I just changed yesterday. Yet my heart was on Jesus even when I was still in his house, you know. So I've always loved Jesus. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I know he really chose me, and there is nothing I could do about it. I couldn't fight it. I couldn't do nothing because I started loving him even before no one told me about him like that. It's like I saw people, when I was growing up, our house, we had neighbors, of course. So our neighbors were all Christians. And I used to love Christians. I used to love being a Christian. I could be like, I used to love their names too. I could be like, oh my God, I wish I was a Christian. I wish I had a Christian name. And at my earliest stage of school, I was like those, kindergarten stuff. I was in a Muslim family. Muslim school, Lord, please help me. I was in a Muslim school, yeah. So when I grew up and I was, in a I think it was around primary six, yeah, primary five, primary six, primary seven, around there. They took me to another school. They took me to a Christian school. I was so happy. I was so happy. I'm like, wow. And that school, they had a church. I was like, oh my God, I've reached. Oh my God, I've reached. Like, I was so happy. I was so happy. When I changed the school and I went from a Muslim school to a Christian school, I was extremely happy. And guess what? So at this school, at the Christian school, they could have, like, lunch hours. So on lunch hours, yeah, Muslims could go on their side, Christians could go to church. Yeah. So I used to run to church all the time. And then I remember the Muslim teacher could always come for me from church. They're like, where is Shaki? Where is Shaki? I was like hiding because I loved church. Oh my God, I loved church. Oh my God. I was so happy when they changed me the school. I was so happy. Like, I could be in church all the time. And I was young. Oh my God, my spirit. Okay. My spirit always loved Jesus. Oh my God. I love you, love you, love you. Mwah. You know me, you know me, you know me. All right, you're like, I'm so excited right now. Because I love Jesus. I love God. Like, I don't know even how to express it, but it's okay. So, yes, now we are here. 2022, right, Lord? That's last year. My dad, now I'm telling him that whatsoever, I'm no longer, a Muslim, I'm now a Christian, all that. My dad was pissed. My dad was mad. He hung up. He started calling everyone. He called my stepmom. He called everyone. He was mad at everyone. He was like, I was told he even got a heart attack. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that, Lord, please. But I can't, like, he was asking me questions. He was like, bring your pastor. Bring that pastor that changed you. Bring the pastor. And I'm like, it's not about the pastor. I was telling him that God chose me. I told him God chose me. It's not about the pastor. I don't even have a pastor I'm going to bring to you that this is a pastor that changed me and all that. Do you want to fight him or stuff like that? I'm like, But he couldn't understand me, and it's okay. Maybe in the right time he will understand. Yeah. I love him, and I wish that he can really convert to Christianity. I really don't know. I really pray. I always pray for my family, family members and all that, my siblings and stuff. Yeah, because some of them are still really Muslims, and I still cover them in the blood of Jesus, and I pray that, one day they convert, yeah? But it's a good feeling. You're like, I love Jesus, I love God, I love God, I love God. Oh, God, I love. Those are the things I do at home. Like, I'm always like giving him all this flying kisses. But I really love him. Oh, Lord, I love you. 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 So honestly, yes, that's when I told him, and I felt so good. Yes, I know he felt bad and all that here, and I didn't really pray for him, but as a person, I felt so free. I felt so, so free. I was like, wow, I finally confess that I'm a Christian. Yep. And guess what? My Muslim dad married a Christian wife, right, Todd? Yes, he married a Christian wife. Like, so he should wait for me. I'm going to take for him. I'm going to take for him a Christian man. Man. I once told him, like, we are kind of jazzing, and I told him that, Dad, one day I'm going to bring you a Christian man. Like, my husband is going to be a Christian. All that. He was like, no, I'll not accept a Christian. And I'm like, I really don't know about that, but I'll bring my husband. If you don't want him, I'm not. I can't help you, because honestly, it's about God. As long as God is happy, as long as he approves, as long as he's in this thing. My biological parents, it's not a must that they should approve on everything about me, because honestly, I'm here not because of them. I'm here because of God. God is the one who created me and put me in this world, and he brought me for a purpose. So I'm not going to sit down there and start being like, oh my God, what does my father think? Oh my God, what does my mother think? Oh my God, my brother, what will they think? Oh my God, no. I don't care. I love them, I respect them, but if they can't respect themselves enough to accept what's up God wants with me, I can't help. I can. The only thing the only thing I can do is to pray for them. But I really love them. I love my family. I love my people. But I really love God more. Like, you can't tell me nothing. If God tells me this, and my dad tells me, okay, God is also my dad. I have, like, he's my number one dad. But let me tell you, if God tells me this, and my biological dad tells me this, I'll always go with my God. Always. Like, no, there's no debate about it. Always. When God tells me leave this place and go this side, and my dad is telling me no, go this side, I'll always follow God, because he is the one who brought me in this world. When I'm going to die, the day I'm going to die, and I can't wait for that day, because honestly, I love going back to God. I love going back to my dad. Like, oh, me? I don't know. Oh my God, I know you know what I mean. So it's like, yes, the dam is going. Okay, we should remember it. I see it about the spirit of my tongue. That day I'm going to die. I'm not going to go with my biological daddy. I'm not going to go with my biological mommy. No. I'm going to go alone back to God. So just imagine you are disobedient to God, and now you're going back to him. Your biological mom or your biological dad, why are they going to help you? How? Where are you going to find them? Yes, we should love people and all that, but we shouldn't be stupid. Feel me? Yeah, actually, when God tells you to do something, do not care about who says what. Do not care who says nothing. Do not care what your brother, what your mother, what your family, what your friends think. Obey God. He's the one who brought you here. Let me tell you something. You're not going to be here and start fearing your fellow products. We are all products of God. You're not going to sit here and start shaking in the presence of your fellow products who are either going to die first and leave you here, or you're going to die first and leave them here. Maybe you didn't know about that. Think, think, think. Oh my God. Yes, God called me into this, but I can't do that because now, how will my friends think? What will my parents say? You just came through them. You just came through your parents to be here in this world. You just came through them. But you, God is the one who owns you. He has the switch to your life. He can choose to turn it and you die. You didn't do nothing of what he told you to do because you want to impress people who are going to either leave you here or you leave them here in the world. Think about that. You know, it's my parents who take care of me, but it's God who takes it. It's God who takes care of your parents. You know, if I do what God told me, my parents will stop paying for me school fees. Oh my God, yes. If I do what God told me, my parents told me that they would disown me. But you're owned. You're owned by God already. Feel me? Like, man, don't even think about some stupid things. Like, let me tell you, God is the owner of this world. Maybe if you forgot, everything in this world belongs to God. Every single thing in this world belongs to God. Your parents too. By the way, God doesn't play. He can choose to take your parents away from you, like choose to, even if it's tomorrow, even if it's today. And I'm not scaring you. If they become a hindering block for what God told you to do, He can take them away. And we see if you still fear. I don't even know what I'm saying, but that's what's up, you know. Don't rely on the things of this world. Please, please. Let me tell you something. Even if I was still in my father's house, I would have done what God tells me to do. Because I'm that kind of person. I don't care. I don't care about what anyone else says. As long as it's my God, I'll always follow him. I don't care what they think. I don't even care about that. Please. You carry your thoughts, carry them. They're on your head, not mine. As long as I'm happy, as long as I'm making God happy, as long as God is like, I'm like, I can't even compromise on that, honestly. I don't care as long as I'm making God happy. That's the goal. Even if the whole world is against me and God is for me, that's just enough. And I won't think twice about it at all. Because I love him more than anything. More than anything. Because I know him. I've experienced him. And I'm not saying that it's perfect with him. No. Your relationship with God is not perfect at all. It's not going to be perfect. But it's going to be worth it. Everything is going to be worth it. You might not see it today. But later on you'll see it. I remember those days when God was promising me a lot of things. Where before even became this big, I was really young. When God was really revealing to me things, talking to me about things. Like at that time, excuse me, I really didn't know like that it was God like that. But later on, He started opening my eyes to see, to know that, oh my God, even that, oh God, that was you. So there are times God was telling me a lot of things, like promising me a lot of things, but nothing was working in my life. I was so down. I was suffering a lot. And that's when God was speaking a lot. That's when God was, revealing to me a lot of things and promising me a lot of things. Me and God, we are just friends, like best friends. I don't even, like, I can't even pretend with Him. Like, I'm not happy about something. I'm not happy, Lord. I tell you, like, no, 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 no. We are not doing this. No, 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 Lord. Like, I remember when He was telling me a lot of things and I was suffering. I'm like, God, I was getting pissed. You know. Yes, when I'm happy, I'm happy. When I'm not happy, I'm real with Him. I'm not even like pretending that, oh my God, Jesus, I don't want. I'm not here to pretend to Him. I'm here to tell Him what's up. I'm here to tell Him exactly how I feel, because He sees me. He sees my heart. Even if I cover up, he sees what I feel. He sees exactly what's going on. I remember telling God, I used to be extremely pissed, and I'm like, God, what's up, man? What's up? You're telling me all this and this and this and this, but what's up? You're not even doing nothing. Like, that's me, and I'm not telling you that you not talk to God like that. Like, you do you, but me, I promised Him one thing, that I will never pretend to you, regardless. And I told Him that, Lord, I'm not even going to promise you anything, that I'm going to be perfect, that I'm going to be this, that I'm going to do for you this. I don't promise God nothing, because I'm always like, God, I just surrender to you. Like, I need help. I need help in each and every aspect of my life, even the way I speak, even the way I look, in everything. I'm not going to promise you that, Lord, today I will never sin. Like, from today I will never sin. I will never do this. I will never do that, because I can't even help myself. You know, I'm always relying on God, relying on God. I'm like, God, if you don't help me on this, I can't. If you do not heal me, I can't. If you do not do what, like, I love the way I depend on Him, because I can't even help breathing. I can't even breathe on my own. Like, there is nothing I can do in this life. There is nothing I can do without Him. Nothing. Nothing. It's only when He gives me the grace to do everything I do. But there is nothing I'm going to be. That's why I don't pretend to Him. I do not promise Him nothing. I'm like, God, yes, you promised me this. You're taking me this way. You're doing this. But I can't even tell you that I'm going to manage. I can't even sustain myself. I can't be perfect to you. I cannot. I need you, like, all the time, in each and every step of my life. I need you. And He's so faithful, At least I know that I do not depend on me. I do not depend on my parents. I do not depend on anyone around me. I just depend on Him. I'm real with God. But I love that this relationship we have, because it's not perfect, but it's worthy. When I say it's not perfect, let me tell you something. God can tell you something like, today He can be like, I'm going to do this for you soon. And I'm like, soon? All right. And tomorrow, I'm expecting it the next day. I'm expecting it the next day. I'm expecting it, and it's not happening. 1 year passes by, nothing. The second year passes by, nothing. And I'm like, what? Why did you even say that? I remember one day, I was so pissed with God. I was like, yo, God, today, no way, no way, no way. I was extremely pissed. I was even crying. I told God, God, let's just be real. If you can't do something, just don't even bother telling me that you're going to. I was extremely mad, but God is so kind. He knows, like, we get frustrated about stuff. He can promise you something and it takes like years, and you're like, God, this is not, I can't put up with this anymore. But then he's so kind. He's like, he understands our hearts. He knows that we love him and all that, but it's just that sometimes it frustrates, yeah, when he promises you something and it's taking years. But when that thing comes after all those years, you're like, whoa, God, I realize, actually, you realize that somehow, if he gave you that thing before, you wouldn't have managed it, one thing, because of your mindset sometimes. You wouldn't have appreciated it. Like you would have lost it because your mindset couldn't handle it. So when he tells you something, sometimes he tells you something and he tells you that he's going to do it for you, but then he takes you through the process of preparation. Yeah, he starts preparing you. He starts, making you the kind of a person that will manage what he promised you. But because we don't look at it that way, we look at it like, God, you're so selfish. Why would you tell me this and then you don't do it? You're so, why, like, we start, accusing him of stuff, but he's always perfect. Whichever thing he does, he's just perfect. Like, you will look back and be like, whoa, Lord, thank you that you never gave me that, like, around that time. I wouldn't have handled it right. I wouldn't have managed it, My mindset at that time wouldn't have handled it. Like, I wouldn't, like, thank you for giving it to me at this time, because this is the time that I needed it most. This is the time that you predestined for me to have it, yeah? So, like, man, yeah? You just live your life with God. Like, have your relationship. Let it flow the way it flows, yeah? But trust him. God is trustworthy. Sometimes for real, it frustrates you, like, I can no longer do this, Lord. But in the long run, you will see him. You will see his faithfulness. He's extremely faithful. Sometimes he will tell you something, and then you will start seeing it happen for everyone. Yet he promised you the same thing, but you start seeing it happen for everyone around you. Everyone is having it, and you're like, why is it that mine is taking too long? Why is it? But he's preparing you, or he's preparing, like, just know he's doing what he's doing. Like, his timing is just perfect. That's all I can say. His timing is extremely perfect, and you realize that throughout your journey with him. Yeah, it's extremely perfect. Yeah. I don't know what to add up. What do we add up, Lord? What do we add up? Yeah, he really loves you. He loves us all. God loves us so much, like, so much, so much. There is this thing that makes me laugh somehow. God is so kind, let me tell you, even if you're a sinner out of the way, yeah. We all sinners. We are all like sinners. We sin every time, every day. We need his help all the time. We need to be like, we surrender our bodies, we surrender our minds, we surrender, everything, every single thing. We surrender each and everything, because it seems that we live in a sinful world, so it's a lot of temptations and all that. But you might look at yourself and be like, oh my God, I feel like I'm too horrible. Like, for God, he can't even love me at this point of my life. I'm a mess. He loves you. He loves you even more, because he wants to help you. When I think about this story of Jonah, God sent Jonah to Nineveh. Nineveh. Yeah, and then Jonah reached there, and then these people, okay, of course, if first he wanted to run away from the calling and all that, but then there's this thing that makes me laugh. This guy reached there, and he was like, He told these people, do you know when God tells you to tell people about something, you're like, if he tells you that, tell them if they do not change their ways, I'm going to punish them. And then you can feel like, yes, if they do not change, yes, you're going to punish them. And that's your mindset. You're like, punish them, because honestly, they deserve some punishment. So Jonah went there. He told these people, and God was kind, because when those people started praying and fasting, I think they prayed and fasted, right? I don't even know about the story very well, but I think they prayed and fasted, and God was kind to them. He was like, let me forgive them. Yeah. Now Jonah was so pissed. He's like, you're making me look like a liar, You're making me look like a liar. Why would you send me there knowing that you will save them? Now they were going to look at me like, God is so kind. He does not want any sinner to go to hell. He wants to help everyone. That's why when he calls you to help people, okay, when he calls you to use you to help his people, please accept. He wants everyone to go to heaven. Please accept the calling. I love you all. Take care. This is the end of the video. Bye bye. Take care. Stay prayed up. Please create a personal relationship with God. He loves you. He's waiting on you. Just surrender your life to him. Surrender your heart. Be like, God, please help me. I'm here. Bye bye, guys. Take care. I love you.